was very, very interesting, the preparation, because it was so terrifying every step of the way. How do you become a person who's alive and who had an incredible career and had an amazing relationship with Mr. Hitchcock and really was a very progressive and modern and independent woman in her own right. So I, of course, watched everything I could, read everything I could, listened to everything I could, and basically bugged her and her family until someone would talk to me and gave me some information, which was my greatest resource and really the way into the character. I mean, really a dream. It's a little terrifying all at once, but inspiring, and you know, a place where we were all sort of learning and teaching and supporting each other. So it was one of the best creative experiences I've ever had.
You know, I think more than transforming into Janet, it was about capturing her essence. I mean, you know, I can't try to mimic her. We're very different. But it was the process of being able to meet her through people that knew her, through her biography, through her work, and, you know, by all accounts, it was a pleasure. She was beloved on screen and off, and a very humble woman, and a wonderful actress, and a wonderful mother, and it was nice to be able to have a character like that to, you know, to have that invoke that, you know, every day. It was, you know, they had 7 days to shoot that scene originally, so it was, you know, we did it in one. So it was a little bit stressful. I have to say I was happy to not be in the shower for 7 days with the crew around. But, you know, everybody made it as comfortable as possible. Of course, Sasha, the crew, is very discreet and respectful, and, you know, it's just about getting the work, capturing the work and the performance, and it was done, you know, it was fine. And once you get the first take done, you're golden.
People who study film deeply know what Alma's role was. You know, Hitchcock's movies are studied by every film student. He's homaged by, you know, most of the present day filmmakers, always pay respect to his work and credit his influence upon their work. What is very rarely spoken about is Alma's contribution to those films. You know, she was very important. She was his sounding board, she was his editor, she was his script editor. You know, she was the one who advised him, and she was the only person he would ever listen to. So she was very important. It's a love story, but it's as much about love as it is about partnership, or the power of teamwork and partnership in a love story. So, and those are the best. Ultimately, the most enduring love affairs, love stories, are the ones that become true partnerships. It's quite spectacular. You know, all the power of Tony Hopkins, but buried in this extraordinary character of Hitch. He is quite astounding, I think.
Yeah, I play Peggy Robertson, who was Hitchcock's long-time personal assistant. They worked together for around 4 decades. I guess the film examines the relationships that he has with all the women in his world, and she is one of the stronger, I'm not going to take any crap women, which I think he really respected.
It's a real love story, you know, it's about marriage, and it's also about this incredible woman, Alma Reville, who was extraordinary, not just as a dutiful, wonderful, brilliant wife to Alfred Hitchcock, but as an artist in her own right, who made so many critical decisions that contributed, I think, we believe, to Hitchcock's genius, you know. So it was really a chance to shine a light on this relationship, this woman, and also to tell the story of Alfred Hitchcock while he's making one of the greatest movies ever made. So it was an interesting backdrop to show this unexpected emotional story. We had so little time and so little money, it was one of those things where you just had to get through it, and then at the end I was like, wow, you know, I did it, I couldn't believe it, but we're really happy with the results, and, you know. I was going to, for the whole shoot until the final night, like 4 in the morning, Helen Mirren said, you've got to do it, so I went off, changed into a suit, and I came out in this ridiculous suit with this hat, and she said, you look like a third-rate bookmaker from Brighton in the south of England. And I was like, Mirren, on the wall. I was like, you made me do this. And eventually what happened was I decided to cut myself out of the film, because I thought, I'm not Hitchcock, I'm just making a film about him. But